Hello, welcome back. So today we're going to actually try Dungeon Raider on real Apple II hardware. Up to now I've been using the emulator, and that's very convenient and it's accurate, which is good. But I need to see it working on real hardware. So I've got my venerable Apple II there in the corner with its disk drives, all very nice. I've got a copy of ADTPro, which Mac users will almost certainly know about. There's a super serial card in there. In the corner I have a Windows server sat there which acts as a print server, Hyper-V, does all kinds of weird and wonderful things. But it's also it runs the ADP serial program, serial server. So if I load this up on said Apple, so it'll come up on this screen here. It's all probably not all that visible, but we'll see. So here we go. So serial, audio, Ethernet. So we're going to go serial. And if you look at the config, that's connected via the super serial card on slot 2 at 19,200 baud. So that's the rate on the serial cable where data is transferred. So if we then do a receive, that lists all of the images that are from the server. So those files there, the .dsk files, if we have a look on this machine where I'm doing the compilation, I've got an RDP session here to the Windows box in the corner, and these are all the DSK files, and this is the program, it's a Java program that connects via serial. So if we first off prepare a disk, so I've got a disk here, test disk. So I'm actually going to use drive 1. I've got 2 drives, but the other one was a bit dicky. Oh, maybe I should try it. It went dicky. No, I'm going to stick with the one I know works. So if I do a format of that, it's already formatted, I think, but we'll format it again. So I'm going to do that. Say yes to format. So it doesn't take very long to do the format. Okay, format another. No. Next thing is we need to have the DSK or .do file to actually do the job. So here is a command window. So in here it's doing the compilation, and it's going to run the emulator. So that's cool. So we make sure that the .do file, I think in this case, is actually valid and working. So it starts the emulator, is actually behind there. So that's it running, which is good. So we can just quit that. Oops. And then we can have a look at the output of that. So it is I'll go and find it. There we are. So this is the output, and that's the last file that was generated. Dungeon Raider Apple 128k.do. So if we grab that file and put it in the directory of ADTPro on the file server, and then transfer it to the other machine. I know I'm kind of in the way, sorry about that. So if we do a receive and go, okay, we don't want to type the file name in, we have a list of the files, and that is Dungeon Raider. So if we grab that, two down, it'll say, what do you want to put it on? Well, drive 1, which is the blank disk, because ADTPro is out of there, so I'm not going to overwrite it, although there's copy protection on there, write protection. So now it's doing a download of the data. You can see the data there and there, and those two, you can see the overall transfer of the image on the left, and the process of it doing a download and verification. And then so that's V to download the data, and then the W shows you the write. There you go, write of 280 sectors or whatever it is data. So it doesn't take very long to load. So anyway, the next step will be, once this is finished, and we are halfway through according to the Windows, which is good. Yeah, once we're done, we'll then go through a control Apple reset, on the keyboard, and I'll try and move out the bloody way so you can see it. There we go. 99.9% chance of this working. It should work because I mean the emulator is pretty reliable. So that's finished. It should work. I'm confident it's going to work. If it doesn't work, obviously we have to figure out why it's not working and fix it. But so Control Apple reset. Let's go that way so you can see that. You see that? Yeah, there we go. So it's got the ProDOS loader, which is good. There we go. Retro Ginger Dungeon Raider. Cool. Nice. Alright, so let's have a look at the help. So it's loading it fine, which is nice to see it. Actually, it does seem to be slightly quicker than the emulator, which is a bit odd. This is an enhanced version, but that shouldn't make any difference, really. So let's see if we can... Oh, some noises. Good, good, good. Well, there we go. That's loaded perfectly. So let's go down and... Wow, that actually runs really nicely. Oh, there's some action there. I'm killing an orc, which is good. Oh, he's done a bit of damage to me. Oh, picked up a key. That's working really nicely. That works. That runs really nicely. That's really. I'm so happy. That's really cool. Now, it just doesn't look much, but it's bridging that gap. Bridging the gap between modern development environments, because you know, clicky mouse, all that sort of stuff is just almost too easy, although it's been hard work. This has gone through lots of iterations to something that actually running on real Apple hardware. That's really cool. I mean, there's an investment here because obviously the Super Serial card alone was quite expensive. I managed to get it ludicrously cheap and it works brilliantly, but without that, I mean, there are SD card solutions you can get, and yeah, there's options, but the options are not brilliant. And one of the nice things about the Super Serial and ADTPro, as you see, I mean, I haven't done this before and it worked brilliantly. It should have, but should have, would have, could have, it might have gone completely wrong. But no, it's begging for me to get in there and start hacking around with some orcs and skeletons. Oh, there's another one. Orcs and skeletons. 6 experience, 1 key, brilliant. So that's great. I'm really happy with that. Anyway, so stay tuned for the next episode. I've got some pretty serious playtesting to do now. It's going to take a while, and there's a couple of little bug fixing things. I noticed when I was doing it before that the image, the disk name doesn't always get set. So I've got to make sure that gets set. It can be annoying. These little things, they're little things. They shouldn't bug me, but they kind of do. It's just a bit weird. I want to be able to put a disk in, do a directory listing of that, and show you what the name of the thing is. And there's so many commercial games where you don't have that on the Apple. It just grinds my gears. Why? Why wouldn't you go to that little bit of extra effort? Unless, of course, I find out that it's a pain in the arse and abandon it. But that's to be found out later on. So yeah, a little bit of bug fixing, a lot of play testing to do, and after that, who knows? The heights of commercialism, they don't really beckon, let's be honest. But let's get there. I'm very keen, and yeah. So stay tuned. See you next time. Thanks a lot.